fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. It's time for what's happening around town, where I share entertainment events happening this weekend. If you are a Saturday Night Live fan, you are in for a treat. The funny Alex Moffat is gracing the stage at the Summit City Comedy Club on Friday and Saturday night. Both nights will include two shows at 7:30 and at 10. He does the best impression, so you don't want to miss this stand-up show. Go to summitcitycomedy.com. The Clyde Theater has two exciting shows. First, on Friday night at 8 p.m., enjoy an evening with Brian Culbertson, featuring Marcus Anderson and Markel Jordan. Culbertson has been behind nearly 40 Billboard #1 singles as he brings his mix of jazz, R&B, and funk to Fort Wayne. And Saturday features singer-songwriter John McLaughlin on his Indiana anniversary tour. McLaughlin is from Anderson, Indiana, and has collaborated with singers like Demi Lovato. The show starts at 8 p.m. and tickets are available at the Clyde Theater box office or at clydetheater.com. This weekend at the Embassy, don't miss a unique, intimate rock show on Friday night at 7:30 as J.D. Simo and Patrick Sweeney perform for a limited capacity audience in the Embassy Theater lobby. Also taking place Friday at Pierre's Entertainment Center is the Shrek Rave, described as "It's dumb, just come out and have fun." This dance party starts at 8 p.m. for those 18 and up. And Saturday at 7 p.m., Pierre's is featuring a hard rockin' show with Josie Scott in the original voice of the band Saliva. And in the stands room, there will be a back to 80s tribute of Def Leppard, Poison, and Rat that same night. Get your tickets at pierresentertainment.com. Well, that sounds like fun for the weekend in the Fort. Next on the show, I'm going to take you inside of the Fort Wayne Museum of Art. We'll be back after a short break.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
I am outside of the Fort Wayne Museum of Art, where you can experience culture, creativity, and of course, fabulous artwork. I'm taking you on the inside. Come on. Joining me now is Amanda Shepard, who is the Vice President and COO at the Fort Wayne Museum of Arts. Hi.
Hi, Jessica.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Wonderful. This place, as I'm looking around, is just so illuminating in the art, in the creativeness, in the experience that people can have. So share with us about the Art Museum and just what people can really experience.
Well, we are the only art museum for 90 miles, so that means that we have an obligation and the joy of reaching out to everybody in the community. And so what we've been trying to do since we've been in downtown since 1984 is show the community that this is their museum. And we have done that by our exhibitions. We use our exhibitions to appeal to all sorts of different people. So you who might come in for one show, your friend might say, hey, I like this show over here in this room, and then you find that what you like, what you weren't really expecting. We try to do that with our shows. We focus on diversity of media and maker. So we like to show a lot of different kinds of art by all sorts of different people.
Okay, that's wonderful. So let's take a walk around and explore.
I'd love to show you around.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so we're in our main gallery?
Yeah, this is the core of the museum. This is really where we put most of our energies, and from really everything else that we do springs forth from these exhibitions.
Very nice. And I see you all have the setups for the Day of the Dead.
That's right. The Day of the Dead is an annual exhibition. And really what it is a celebration of a traditional Mexican culture that honors deceased loved ones. And so what you'll see are these altars that were created by different people in the community that highlight family history, deceased loved ones, Mexican culture, and lots of really interesting traditions coming to life.
Yes, and people can come and still see this exhibit. It's still happening now?
Yep, up till Sunday.
Up until Sunday. Okay, wonderful. And then just like that, we're in a whole different vibe.
That's right.
Yeah.
We really like to
Wow.
have something different in each room because people like all sorts of different things, and we want to use our space to show how many great artists there are in this country and around the world. And so you'll see prints, paintings, photography, sculpture, all sorts of different ways of making art.
This is really nice. And you all do, while we're walking to the next exhibit, tell me more just about what you offer as far as events or opportunities so that people can come in individually or as a family.
So it's not just exhibitions. We do community events. We actually just had a free family celebration for Day of the Dead this last Sunday. That was a really great way for people to connect with the museum. Maybe they've never been before, they're not sure what to expect. There's no admission fee, so you don't have to pay anything to enjoy. And then we also have social events throughout the year for people who are looking for maybe a cocktail party to go with their friends or a date.
Look around.
That's right. We like to combine fun things with art so that you will get all sorts of different kinds of experiences here.
Okay, awesome. And then this area, are these just a combination of different artists that you all pick from Fort Wayne or around the world?
That's right. This is the National Photography Exhibition. And what we found years ago was that there was a lot of great photography happening in the country, but maybe people didn't know about it. And so we looked around the country to see all the interesting ways that people were making photography. For example, this artist actually prints on tobacco leaves.
Oh.
And
huge.
who would think of printing photographs on something like that? And then you have artists who are printing on textiles, and you have artists who are photographing all sorts of different things around the country. So this is a group show of photographers from all over the country.
Oh, what is this intimate room?
So this is our print and drawing study center, and it's where we store our works on paper. So that will include prints, drawings, some watercolor, and you'll notice here that they're not in frames, they're not behind glass. That's actually how they're stored. So when the curator gets them out, you can see them very up close and personally, which when you're in the main galleries, you don't really get that. It's always in a frame. So this is really neat for learning about print processes, and printing is really just the act of transferring an image to usually paper. Sometimes printmakers use different surfaces, but most of what you'll see in here is on paper. And so when we're open, you also have the opportunity to talk to the curator of this space, and she's a wealth of knowledge of what the collection is and what you're seeing, and she selects these works on paper every couple of months. There's a new combination of works. And what I also want to highlight is that you get to see some of the tools that are used in printmaking. So these blocks are what the artist kind of carves, puts ink on it, and then puts the piece of paper on it to make that image. So we use this as a teaching center as well.
What I love about just focusing on the artwork is you can see all the details.
Absolutely.
Right? It just bounces off and talks to you.
And when you don't have that glass there, you can really see all the details.
Yes, that's wonderful. Okay, Amanda, we are now in front of the Learning Center, and this looks like it's a really nice creative area too.
It is. It's one of the most special places in the museum because if you're a parent with young children, you think, I can't go to an art museum with my little, I hear that all the time. I have young children myself. So we designed this space for families who want their kids to just be kids at the museum. So there's hands-on art activities, there's places for them to roll around and get creative. But at the same time, we've also installed art in here just like we would in the galleries. So maybe you don't bring your kids into the gallery, we've got the art here for you.
Oh, so walking in, kids can actually go and have their own little mini art experience?
That's right. They can
Oh,
make art.
start them off young.
They can actually draw on the walls, and then they can.
Oh.
This is actually work from our collection. So, you know, a lot of times in rooms like this and other museums, you might not see the real thing as far as the art goes.
Yes.
You would just have the kid gallery.
Yeah.
But we've actually brought out works from the collection specially selected for kids to teach them some concepts about art. Whatever they make can go into the gallery here, so you can feel proud to have your art on the wall. And then there's a stories section. That's by a local artist, the skyline
That
of
is
Fort Wayne.
beautiful. Yes.
Yes. So this is a really neat place.
Oh, and they have their own.
And
they have the
we
dad
usually
display.
that's right. We usually have something here that relates to the exhibition. So that's usually been created by a group of children in the community.
Okay, that's so cute. I love it. Okay, so last on our stop is the Paradigm Gallery. And this is where we are, so tell us about it.
Now this is a really unique space for the museum because this is an art gallery, but it's also a shop.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something special, you can find it in here. We represent between 60 and 70 local and regional artists. So if you want to give something to somebody that's really special, handmade, you'll find it in here. And we also focus on having a variety of price points. I know not everybody can afford to buy an expensive painting. So we have everything from mugs to magnets to small paintings that are in a variety of price ranges and lots of handmade jewelry.
Yes, and so I see different sculptures and different just pieces. Are these all custom pieces?
They're
and
all
they replicate them?
They're all original work. So
Okay.
while an artist might make similar work in a different style, each is unique and handmade.
Okay, so if you get a gift here, it's one of a kind, and you have crystals and stones. This is really
Stones,
nice.
we have ceramics,
Wow.
we have textiles. If for the fashionably inclined, we have charcuterie boards, right?
Love a charcuterie.
We have photography and paintings.
Okay, this is this is the ultimate charcuterie.
That's right.
I love
That's
it.
a lot of cured meats right there. We have stained glass, we have ornaments, and if you're interested in, if you think of something that you don't really see here, the artists will often do custom orders, and we also offer a variety of services if you really would like to make an impact in your home.
Yes, and then back here, tell me about this cute little area with the artwork on the wall.
Yeah, so this is really interesting. It used to be the museum bar. When we renovated the museum about 10 years ago, we thought we needed to have a dedicated bar space, and that actually hasn't been used for that purpose in several years. So our shop director came to us and said, I could use more floor space because I want to show more two-dimensional art by these great local artists. And the space that we had for the gallery just didn't accommodate that. So this has actually been a focus for paintings and prints and photography, really expanding our opportunities to share more local art with the community.
Okay, that's so awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking
My
me on this
pleasure.
tour. And so share with our viewers, if they are interested in coming and seeing all of this in person, how can they? And you also said that there is a membership, so tell us about that.
Yeah, so we are downtown at 311 East Main Street. We have a free Thursday night every Thursday, 5 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
So if you want to come here for free, that's your night to do it. But I would also suggest membership, because membership gets you a lot of benefits, such as discounts in this Paradigm Gallery. It's a really nice discount if you like to shop and you're looking for those unique pieces. And then it also gets you free admission into the galleries year-round. So I really suggest people look into membership, or they can just stop into the museum and buy tickets.
Buy tickets, all right, there it is. And what's the website?
fwmoa.org.
All right, wonderful. Well, as you see, we have toured this beautiful establishment, and so can you. Check out the website, that will be listed below, and we'll be right back.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
Next week, you can start experiencing the magic and the fun and the festivities that downtown Fort Wayne will be presenting. And today in studio, I have Rick Zollman with downtown Fort Wayne. Hi, Rick.
Good morning. Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Yes, it's good to see you again.
Yes, it is.
Yes, so last time we were talking fright stuff.
Yes, we did. We had Fright Night, had a great night. It was cold and windy that day, so attendance was down just slightly, but overall 7,500 people and 14,000 for the day. Really pleased with the event, and it was really just so much fun to see everybody dressed up.
Yes, and get into a theme, which I love, and now my favorite time of the year, Christmas.
We've shifted a little bit from Fright Night to Night of Lights and the holiday displays that we light the night before Thanksgiving.
Yes, so Night of Lights, it's a big reveal of the holiday decorations and big Santa Claus that you put in downtown Fort Wayne. So share with us more about this.
Sure. So there are really iconic lighting displays. The Santa that has been around since 1940, the Christmas wreath that's been around since 1937, and literally in the early 40s, those were on two corners of the Wolf and Dessauer building. So there's tradition and history and fun sorts of things that are involved with it. But this event is about family, about tradition, and about kind of feeling that of coming home. And so it's really cool to be a part of that and fun to make sure that everything goes smoothly.
Yes, yes, a lot of responsibility.
There are a few, yes.
Yes.
We're kind of waiting to get to that Thanksgiving Day where we're really thankful because we have this event behind us, but it's such an honor to be involved and to manage and make sure things go smoothly. It's really cool.
Yes, and so let's talk about how the community can get involved and participate. Do they come and gather, probably throw on some coats?
Sure. So the night starts off, there are 7 or 8 different lightings. It starts off at 5:45 at the History Center, and then it progresses to 6:20-ish where we light Santa. 6:40 we do the Ash Building, and then the Christmas tree, and then the wreath. Also around 7 o'clock, and then we end the evening at Parkview Field with fireworks. And so we typically will have 30,000 people there. Our events, the lightings are all free. There are about 20 different organizations that are participating, and they'll have different things from, they may have free cocoa or they may have cocoa for purchase, but it's just a really great opportunity to just come hang out with your family and friends. One thing that will happen is we do have some street closures, and you can check all that information out at holidayfestdowntown.com. Plan early because we from a safety standpoint, make sure that we try to lock it down and keep people as safe as possible.
Yes, yes. And is this a walking event where people are going from one location to the other?
It does. They kind of migrate from point A to point B and throughout that. And so it is at the different stops to see the crowd build is really cool. And then to see them move from point A to point B, it's a lot of fun. It's just really a lot of fun. And it's so enjoyable to see the smiling faces. And I think you just have this sense of family.
Yes.
And it's unreal. It's really cool.
Yeah, it is unreal. And any surprises that may be happening that we don't know about?
No, I think some new things that are happening this year. So the library has an exhibit from Abraham Lincoln Christmases that kicks off that night. I think there's some folks that are, the HBA is doing some carols. There, again, I mentioned about 20 organizations. So our Holiday Fest tabloid is on our website. So that'll give you the listings of the lightings and the times they occur, and then the other activities that are happening throughout the evening.
Okay. Well, that is wonderful. Thank you so much, Rick, for coming in and sharing that. And what is the website they can go to?
holidayfestdowntown.com.
Oh, that's perfect.
Great.
All right. Well, you heard it. Holiday Fest is where you can go online to find out about this wonderful Night of Lights and how you can take your family out to participate and see Santa be lit up. We'll be right back.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
All right, it is Best Reviews time. Scott Moak here. Andrea Boudevine there. Look, baking expert. Love having you in, especially when the holidays hit.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
It's so awesome to be here. I have some great fall baking tips for you today.
I'm ready, and I see pie. Look, not everybody loves the pie.
I know.
I love the pie.
I'm a pie person.
And you zhuzh things all the time.
Yeah.
You're talking about how are we zhuzhing our pie?
Well, we're gonna make it really simple with a little extra decoration. We're gonna cut out, buy like a pie crust, a rolled out pie crust, right? Use some leaf cutters. You can buy these on bestreviews.com. We've reviewed lots of different kinds that are great, all different sizes.
Okay.
And just lay them on the edge.
Oh, as just a little
It'll be a little
decoration
around something. Yeah.
That's too
Fill
good.
it with your pumpkin filling. There's all different kinds. That's a maple leaf. We've got like a nice little oak leaf here we can put on there too. And you can get smaller ones and larger ones and just make it really pretty.
How great is that? And again,
I love
just
it.
Opportunity to dress up the pie a little bit, save you a little time, and make it look good.
Exactly.
That's what you guys do at Best Reviews.
Yeah.
All right, I see the bundt cake. Now,
Yes.
bundt and holiday, it's like synonyms there.
It is.
But not everybody's got the big fancy bundt.
No, and it's a little tough to store sometimes. They're beautiful and lovely. This is also called a tube pan because it has this tube in the middle. It helps it bake in the center, but apple spice cakes are big around the holidays, right? Lots of people like to do it like this.
Yeah.
If you don't want to buy a bundt pan, you can fake a tube pan.
Okay, so I'm very interested in this.
Okay.
Tell me how I'm faking it.
So I have an 8-inch cake pan here that a lot of people have in their kitchen, right?
Yeah.
If you can find one of these tall, thin soda water cans, you just open it up so it doesn't explode. Okay, you'll bear with me here.
Okay.
Dump out a little bit of the water so it doesn't boil over. Set it in the middle of your pan and pour your batter around it. Voila, you have a tube pan. Done.
Wait, my mind, that's the sound of my mind exploding. So I'm now putting the cake mix around the can with the fluid inside of it.
With the fluid inside, because if this is empty, it will float when you put the batter in. So you need it weighted down, okay? Put the whole thing, including the can, in the oven. Do not be afraid.
This is why I need Best Reviews in my life. I'm telling you right now.
We're here to simplify your
love it.
life.
All right, I see you got some muffins. I've seen you got some cornbread.
Yes.
Also holiday staples, and you have a way to elevate them a little bit.
Well, yeah, because a lot of times people make a cornbread for the side at Thanksgiving, right? They make this for breakfast the next morning. You can add a little, spice in this. Put some ancho chili in if you want to take it a southwest direction,
Nice.
something like that. In your blueberry muffins, a lot of people will, zest lemon in there to zhuzh it up a little bit. Try an herb like thyme or maybe some rosemary or something from your neighbor's garden.
Go the savory route.
Yeah, exactly. Put on your best black clothes, hop the fence and get get the herbs out of your neighbor's garden
You're
and
sweet,
dress up
I'm
your
savory,
muffins.
and that was Best Reviews. People want a little more information. What do they do?
Bestreviews.com. We're here to simplify your shopping decisions.
Love it.
This segment is brought to you by Best Reviews, which is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products and where to buy them on our website, WANE.com. Thanks for joining me today. On tomorrow's show, we have a special edition of Living Local 15 as we celebrate Veterans Day. Have a wonderful rest of your day and take a moment to count your blessings. I'll see you tomorrow.